At the stream a second ago, and YouTube crashed on me. So let's see if this will stay up for me. Alright, so I started a little bit further along than I normally do. I normally start by the Urban Garden Center. I hope everybody can hear. I don't have my monitor earbuds in, so I can listen to the it's a little bit breezy, and it is a chilly breeze. When I finish at Aqua Rocks, it's going to be darn cold. Let's see. Yeah, get to go by a couple of prisons, so that's always fun. I think I'll wait for the FedEx truck. Just some CO2 parts. I need another diffuser, and I want to look at that acrylic reactor. I don't know if my gimbal is going to last. I didn't think to check its charge until I was almost at the station here and realized I only had 2 batteries. Nope, no 50-gallon tank again. I'm sure I can crush it up small enough that it'll fit in my backpack though. Boy, I'm gonna have to get my gloves on. It is a little chillier than it was earlier. It's amazing how quickly temperature can drop here and how different the temperature can be a short distance away. I have no idea what the temperature is. Chilly enough that I feel like I won't have my gloves on. Probably in the 50s. I figured I could check and see if Aqua Rocks has big chunks of moss while I'm there. Nope, I am on an electric unicycle. Heading towards a local aquarium supply place here in Denver called Aqua Rocks, Colorado. I'm about to get on one of our many paths, multi-use trails here. Oh, going a little fast. My road will beep, my wheel will beep at me at 26 miles an hour, just a little over 26. Yeah, on the road. Not many paths in that little area that I just left from, but it's only a mile and a half, 2 miles maybe, till I hit the trails, which are coming up at the end of this little stretch of road. And as you can see, there's not much here for people to come down to see. There's train tracks there, so this section of road doesn't get used very often. It was a whole lot warmer when I got out of the office. I was thinking it was going to be a nice, pleasant ride. So this one, it's a few years old now. I guess it's almost 5 years old now. I can get over 50 miles on it still, as long as I don't go too fast, which, since it's beeping at me, tells me I was going too fast. I've gotten up to 60 miles on it in the past. I've got a bigger one that is still in parts at home. I need to fix it. I need to get a bearing pressed in for the wheel casing, for the motor casing. That one goes faster and farther, but it also weighs almost twice as much as this wheel does. Yeah, this is the first one I showed. It's not my first wheel. My little tiny wheel that I was riding earlier this year till the handle stopped working. That was my very first wheel, but I only had it a couple months before I bought this one. Really wanting a suspension wheel. That, and it'd be nice to be able to keep up with traffic in more places. It definitely was nice with the big wheel to be able to go with the flow of traffic in more areas. When I have to be on the road, it's better to be able to keep up with traffic than have to slow traffic down and make people impatient. Now hiring. RK. I definitely need to find myself a new job. I got notified this morning that I'm on the naughty list on time spent in the office for this quarter. They want us to average 2 days a week for the whole quarter. No, Bella, it's pretty easy to balance on. You just rock it side to side to turn, and you lean forward to go forward, and lean back to slow down and stop. Took me a couple hours to get used to it, and then couple weeks to be comfortable enough to ride on the streets and wherever. Jenna, do you remember who was asking about big clumps of Java moss or big clumps of moss? Yeah, that is how I get from the train and back from to the office. My office is a little over a mile away from the end of the line for the train. Yeah, it is cool. They've got some really nice ones now. Not that this isn't a really nice wheel. It is a good wheel. It just doesn't have a suspension, and it doesn't have the speed and range I'd like. There's a magpie. I started carrying some peanuts in my backpack to feed to some magpies that hang around the office. And then the cold snap came and the snow came, and they haven't really been back since. So yeah, on the shit list for not being in the office enough these last couple months. And I had just learned a couple weeks ago that sick time and vacation time does not count towards in-office time. So if you're out for any reason, you've got to make up your time in the office. So that put me under 2 days a week average. I was asked to do what I could to make up that time, but I've literally got a week and a half to do that, and I was planning on being off all next week. They're going to publicly shame me, and I think they may not give me my annual raise if I don't get that bridge is getting bad. Yeah, that doesn't seem to matter. So we have to do middle of the night maintenance. They won't let us do changes during the day on production systems. So we have to get up at all hours to do changes. And they want us, even if we're up from midnight to 4 a.m., they want us in the office the next day. And no, there's no tasks. Not a single task I do requires me to be in the office. It's been a long time since I've actually touched a server, to physically work on a server. So yeah, there is zero reason for me to be in the office. Most days I go into the office and do video calls with people that are not in the office. There's only one other person on my team besides the manager that goes into the office. Unfortunately, all three of us are on that shit list. I don't know what it says that my manager is also on the shit list. Not too far from Aqua. I won't do a long tour there in Aqua. I want to get my stuff and get moving before that damn evil orb hits the bumps in the ground over there, when the temperatures will really drop. I gave away my earmuffs to a homeless guy a couple weeks ago, so my ears are going to be darn frigid. Yeah, the problem is I actually like working in an office. The hard part is my office is so far away. It's a conundrum. I do better in an office surrounded by people, even if I'm not necessarily interacting with them. And I do prefer it to being stuck in my house day in and day out. It's just the length of the commute that's really killing me on it. Last time I was here, Tommy wasn't working. It was just his sister and their new employees. Don't know whether he'll be there today or not. I get too stir crazy at home. I don't like being stuck inside. Just being in the house for days on end just drives me nuts. All right, so here we are at Fur Rocks, Colorado. I think that's his sister's Audi there. It has the baby on board sticker. All right. Lean this up against the wall. Whew. I'm gonna sit you guys down for a minute once I get this screwed onto the bottom. Get my helmet and backpack and stuff off. Sorry if this is making all kinds of weird noises on the microphone. Doing a water change here. Picked up one of these last time I was here. I got smaller cats now. I gotta make sure I don't film his competition tank. Last time I was here, he had started a new competition tank. Hey, Jeff. At least I'm assuming that's what it is, since it has the no photography sign on it. There's a big old clump of moss. These are just their display tanks. And some lily pipes. Those are pretty long. Another set of lily pipes with the surface skimmer missing. Which one? This one here, Stephen, or this one over here? So I've got one tank that has its light up on a stand like this. Unfortunately, I also have Achilles in that tank, so I have to have a lid on it. And so the one tank that would be really good to have an immersed plant like that has fish that do not that are not compatible with a lidless tank. Hello. Let's see, which tank was the no photograph one? I think it's the one on the other side. Keep you guys pointed that way while I'm finding it. Oh, there it is, okay. I want to make sure I don't accidentally scroll past it. They really are inconvenient. they have the, I don't remember if they had the UV lights last time. Pretty big algae scrapers. 15 to 20 millimeter glass. New. I think these are new, the hang-on canisters. Here we go. Let's see, 25 centimeters, 25 centimeters, 30, 35. All right, I think that's the diffuser I want. There's the Alaze Thermo 250s. Hey, outside in. And Jeff, if I didn't say hi. There's all the glass water pipes. Let's wander this way while she's talking to a customer. What's their largest reactor? It's probably that new inline reactor. Unfortunately, they're right in front of the reactors talking about filters, so I'm gonna let them be, and I'll go over there. Hola, Daniel. Big old dinner plates. Yeah, that sounds about right, Jeff. That's the first one I remember. Although the Vortex diatom filters were technically canister filters and had a hang-on bracket. I get that a lot. All right, let's see. Huh, well, this is new. I'm gonna spin this way because the tank next to this is his competition tank that he doesn't want photographs of. But they have stingrays. I really like this tank with the the tubes going right down the middle rather than hanging on the back like that. And it looks like it's both downflow and upflow on the same pipe. That's cool. That's very cool. These guys are really cool. I like his markings. I don't know whether he's too dark for you guys or not. Looks kind of dark when I'm looking at the phone, but he's got really nice markings. And there's the stainless pipes. A little Siamese algae eater. Nice. I would love to have a tank like this with the overflow in the center of the tank. So there'd be no pipes or wires covering the sides. Let's see, I'll drop you guys down so it's not showing that tank. The glare on this one is pretty bad though. That light is not bright enough for lighting that thing up very well. So let's see, we were asking about reactors. So this is probably the biggest one, I think. This right here. I don't know if this is, I think this might be one of the CNC milled reactors. Very heavy though. Very, very heavy for the size that it is. And I've got that little small reactor. Let's see. I thought the other reactors were over here, but maybe misremembering, or they moved them. A little tiny terrarium. My love of small enclosures is waning after trying to get that PNW mini reef set up and usable. Yes, I did ride the EUC. It was a very cold ride. I'm not seeing the CO2 reactors again. The reactor is an inline CO2 diffuser. So instead of having a diffuser kind of like this guy that sits in your tank, it goes in line with your with your filter. So here they've got the Oase, and that right there is the expensive stainless steel CO2 reactor. And that right there, as I make it all blurry with my finger, coming in this tube from the top is where the CO2 comes in, and it dissolves in there a lot better than it does in the tank. And yeah. Yeah, there have been a lot of problems with hearing impaired people and electric cars. Thankfully, I was a lifeguard right out of high school, and you learn very quickly how to yell very loudly as a lifeguard at a public pool. So I don't have too much trouble letting people know I'm there. Wheelie pipe. Oh, there's inline diffusers, not reactors, darn it. Hey, Jody. Still can't find the reactors, darn it. Yeah, good luck with that. I don't really use that voice very much anymore. Mosquito reservoirs back there. Some pencil fish. Pea puppers. Let's see, what am I missing? Greetings, Sketty. Some clown killies. Been wanting to get some more white clouds for the 90 gallon at some point. Their labels are a little out of date. There are some Kubutai in there, but mostly these Fire Ember Tetras. A couple of nice looking electric blues. Hey, thanks for coming, Daniel. So this is a very unique fish store. So a whole bunch of aquariums and a lot of very large hardscape materials. It was only when they moved into this bigger bay that they started having so many aquarium with fish in them. They only had maybe this one rack full of fish for the longest time, and now they've got This whole row of them now. I didn't know George was streaming, darn it. Well, I'm not going to be streaming for much longer. I need to get my stuff and get on the road. So yeah, it's going to be a very quick tour. Yeah, Walmart's done on a lot of industries, unfortunately. A whole rack of bonsai trees. Some shrimps. Black crystals, black galaxy pintos, fancy tigers. Augustum erectus. Undulata. Bacopa Australia. And this is the guppy row. Lots and lots of guppies and more shrimps. I think these were mostly neos over here, where the other side were caradinas, besides the Amano shrimp, that is. Green jades, and those are dark. Huh. I think that was his beta rack, but I could be wrong. The dojo. Lots and lots of driftwood. Big old weak aqua lights. You're welcome. I might not be able to break that up and fit it in my backpack. Her son's getting big. Elephant stone. All right. Wow, these things are huge. Hey, Zinger. Dragonstone, more dragonstone. Man, tree trunks. Oh, my shin guard is dropping again. I really need to get some new shin guards. Some Biomasters, 850s, 600s. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with chat too, but not doing a good job of that. Hey, look at that. They're carrying dry fruits. Nihilak G dry fruits. Potassium nitrate. Magnesium sulfate. GH booster. Huh. Interesting. Here's the miscellaneous parts bins again. Oh, one other place I wanted to look before I end the stream, which I am going to do soon. Huh. Is that the plastic reactor I was looking for? I think it might be. That's big. So that might be the biggest reactor they've got. Various boosters. So when they were in the other shop, they would carry bigger bunches of moss like that, mainly for terrariums and paludariums, but it is the same moss, so. So yeah, anybody looking for larger things of moss, Aqua Rocks, Colorado. Interdefina tissue cultures. Rotala, rotundifolia, Macaranda. All right, since I need to get back on the road before it gets too cold, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Thanks for coming, everyone. No pink flamingo for me. Thanks for coming and joining, Jody. And goodbye. Oh.